I'm trying to get all the fucking kinks worked out. Let me hear you guys.
Why'd you do it, Adam?
It was self-defense, bitch.
Oh,
My microphone
shit.
peaking.
That sounds good.
Peaky microphone, peaky.
Peaky Blinders.
Oh, peaky leaky over here. Oh, peaky
Peaky
dick.
Peaky dick.
We're on the same fucking level, dude.
We
We're
are.
on the same frequency.
It's weird.
Peaky
like that
dick.
movie Frequency.
A little bit. I mean, not just like that, but
Yeah.
close.
That's a good movie. I got it on DVD at a thrift for $1.
I mean, not just like that.
So I can't go wrong.
Close.
That's a good. That had Jesus in it. I got it on DVD at a thrift for $1. Old Jim Caviezel ad.
Just like that.
So I can't go wrong.
Close.
That's a good.
Okay, let's see what I'll do. Travis, let me hear you.
His thing's turning green, but we ain't
but
getting
you
no.
can't hear him. Let me hear you, Griffin.
Hey.
Hey, ho, hey, oh, hip hop, hooray!
Hooty hoo.
Travis,
yeah.
you'll have to leave and come back, bro. Getting weird. Got insurance. 2 places. You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who's gonna lead us in?
I'm gonna do it. Back up.
Okay, go.
All right, you guys ready? Travis.
Yep.
Sound off.
Ready, man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another. I feel like it peaks there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast. This is episode 64. This is a 3rd week, right, of my victory lap.
Unfortunately,
Because I won the fucking competition, the only competition that's ever mattered.
Cup. You won the cup.
Yeah.
The gold. You won a fucking Academy Award.
Yeah, gold cup, green cup. Who gives a shit? So I'm on a victory lap, dog, and
yeah, you got down. One more lap.
I got 2 more.
2 more.
Yeah, there's a bonus features.
We're gonna do a hard to get episode.
Yeah, bonus features.
Yeah, that'd be all right. That'd be
DVD
cool,
content. Like
we should do a commentary about us doing a commentary about a podcast. Boom.
Check it out. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm here with Adam.
This week we watched Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like the theme song.
Yeah.
And for the ill-informed man, one of the best damn movies you'll ever watch.
Yeah.
Bar none.
If you haven't seen it, get your motherfucking life together.
Yeah.
I feel like this isn't like, I know we do a lot of episodes where we try to be informative, but I mean, come on. This is one of those films where it's a situation plays out where you're going, you haven't seen this movie?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the Tarantino movie that I've watched most, just because it's been out so long.
Yeah, and to me it's definitive,
Like if you never get tired of it.
If you had, absolutely,
I don't care how many times you've seen this movie. Hey, every time I watch it, I feel like I fucking find something new.
Yeah, right.
Same here.
And I've seen it like a lot of times,
If you had to guess
it's funny because what you said, Adam, like that happened this go around. Like it was something I was going to point out later. Man. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Griff.
No, you're good. If you guys had to guesstimate, how many times you think you've watched this movie?
No, maybe 20.
Oh yeah, man, something
At
like
least.
that. A lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's always been a go-to.
Yeah.
When there's nothing to do and there's really nothing to watch and you're not up for, I don't know. It's definitely one of those shelf sitters that you can go to on a rainy day.
Yeah, it doesn't have any dust on it. You know what I mean?
And you tell people, never. It's like, they're like, I've never seen it. And you're like, what?
Yeah, come here.
Well, I mean, like a lot of films that have its replay value, you know what's coming, but just like Adam said, picking up something new every time.
Every time, man.
Well,
it just doesn't get old.
Not only that, but I think it's that whole non-linear storytelling.
It's full of Easter
Yes.
eggs.
Well, it takes you, it takes it in so many different directions. I mean, basically, it's a compilation of short stories if you get down to it, right? That have a running narrative through it
Yeah.
somewhat.
Yeah.
So it's like it bounces around back and forth so much where you don't get tired of the character, but you also I don't know, you get more interested. Like they develop the way that he wrote it and directed it. It's a different way of character development. Like it's weird
Yeah.
because when you think about like just the story in general, you have, act 1, act 2, act 3. You have a 3-act structure. Well, this, whenever you're introducing this character and then it's cutting to, their finale and then cutting back to them, you see this complete character arc take place in a different time. And it's so that much more interesting to me because you're like, you see all these characters, you see how their lives play out, at least over the course of like what, 2 days, day or two, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's genius. I don't even understand how he came up with this shit. You know what I mean? I don't understand. It's some next level. How old were you guys when you watched this the first? I might have you beat. Yeah, I mentioned.
I would have to say it was like 1997.
So, what
Well,
age?
let me see. Yeah.
Do some fucking
some
quick
quick
maths.
I mean, well, for me, like a lot of really good '90s movies, I didn't really get to them till I was a little older. So it was probably I was around 13, 14 when I
About
watched
10
Pulp
years
Fiction.
old.
I think I was 8. I didn't know what a gimp was. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, until I was up until around 10 years old, I didn't really give a shit about movies.
Even at that age, you don't process
I mean,
this movie.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there were, I mean, other than like kid movies, cartoons, stuff, I mean, stuff that quick watch, go back to playing, you know what I mean?
Quick
Stuff
watch,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I was really young. This is one of those movies that like I still live with my mom at this time. I went to my dad's house for the weekend and my brothers didn't go and he's like, "You want to watch something crazy?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "You can't tell anybody ever that I let you watch this." Yeah, that
You're
I
like,
let
hell
you watch.
yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah, and like that, whenever you watch something like
It changes your fucking world, man.
it does. Like from a storyteller's perspective, it changes everything you thought you knew.
Well, it's like you're like, I don't know what that was, but I like
it. Yeah, I want more.
Yeah.
And that carries you down that rabbit hole. Like after that, then it's like, what else has this guy done? And my dad's like, well, he made this movie about like a bank heist, but it doesn't show the heist.
And you're like, we need to get that. And he's like, already got it.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you
yeah.
mean? What do you mean it doesn't show the heist? And it's like, it's just the stuff that happens before and after it. And I'm like, well, how is that good? And he's like, oh, it's good. You know what I mean? Like, throw it in. Let's fucking hit this. And then when you try to explain Jackie Brown to somebody, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck was that movie about? You know what I mean?
If you read the synopsis, you'll be confused. You're like, huh?
Yeah. I always recommend Jackie Brown last because, like, in order to like that movie for me, you have to be so invested in the whole, all of what you have to see all the other things that Tarantino does. And I know that sounds weird because I know there's probably some more ardent fans. There's some more ardent fans that probably would argue that, but because Jackie Brown is just, I don't know. It was the toughest of them to sit through for me.
Oh, I guess a half star too.
No, I understand.
No,
like,
I mean it's once it gets to the heist going down, then it's like it just turns into a different movie.
You didn't like fucking Robert De Niro hanging out with fucking Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I liked it, but
when you
it was just
got to kill every motherfucker in the room, except no substitute. Well, I don't know. That movie kind of threw some some stuff that I'd never seen. That's like that. Jackie Brown was like Vantage Point before Vantage Point ever existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it shows this shit happen and it shows it from every character's point of view. And that's something.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. And that's something that I'd never even thought about. You know, it's like, here's this central thing going on. Let's
Like,
see.
what?
Yeah. And they interact with one another and it's flawless and seamless, you know?
Look, man, if you fancy yourself a fucking movie collector and you don't have Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs in your collection, you ain't shit.
Yeah,
You know
get
what
out
I'm
of my face.
You ain't shit, man. Fuck your collection. It don't mean nothing. I've got the complete collection of Salvador Dali's works. Get the fuck out of here, man. Where's Pulp Fiction at, you know?
No, what about those people that's like, I have the full fucking Woody Allen collection.
I mean,
leave
fuck
me
Woody
alone.
I mean, this movie is
Hate
this
Woody
movie
Allen.
is so popular that it's like it's part of pop culture.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vincent and Jules
Everything,
pose
man.
is everywhere. You buy
The
bumper
Royale with
stickers
cheese
with it.
speech.
It's it's referenced in so many other films. They all poke or nod towards it, and it's just
Whenever this movie came out, there was a spike in Bible sales. You know what I'm saying? Took a minute, right?
I mean, even to go so far as the Marvel Cinematic Universe references this movie.
Yeah. I mean, timeless, man. This is gonna be Citizen Kane.
This is my Citizen Kane for sure.
Yeah.
It's just a really great movie and definitely one of my favorites.
Like there's always that movie, Kevin Smith talks about Slacker.
Yeah.
Like when you see Pulp Fiction, you're like, I want more of that. Like a lot more.
Yeah.
I want every movie to be this good.
Unfortunately, that's the case. You know what I mean?
Good luck with that.
I mean, what about this fucking all-star cast? You know what I mean? Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson is the coolest dude on the planet.
Motherfucker on the planet.
He is.
Bad motherfucker.
He is the epitome of badass. You know what I mean?
I want him to be my dad.
Yeah, he'll beat the fuck out of you, but he'll still love you. You know what I mean?
Does your dad look like a bitch?
Yeah. What?
He said, stay right there, flock of seagulls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what about, the way it starts with Tim Roth and...
Oh, yeah. The diner scene?
What a great scene.
Yeah.
Just a way to start the movie off, Whenever they finally decide, all right, we're going to rob the... whenever Tim Roth gives the whole speech about the logic of robbing a diner over a bank.
Yeah.
And then they just go with it, and then they just
Honey
flip
Bunny?
the hell out.
I love
that.
Yeah, Honey Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love whenever it gets that still frame and it's like she's like, if one of you motherfuckers move, I will kill every last motherfucker. Like fucking going crazy. Like that needs to be on an album.
Cue Miserlou,
Can we answer the fucking age-old question though? Huh?
Is Marcellus Wallace the devil?
Nah, man. What's in the box?
Oh yeah.
It's his soul, right?
I'm pretty sure, man. I mean, it
There's
lines
a
up
hole
with
on the back of his neck.
Well, the theory on the internet is that the suitcase combination, which it shows in the film, it is 666. When they open it, it's just
glow.
At one point, they say it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Which had me leading to a theory about that very first scene, the execution scene, when they get it and everything. And they talk about the trouble they went through to get it back or whatever. And especially the way that Sam Jackson, when he's giving his speech, when he's talking about, when he starts giving the Ezekiel 25:17 speech, and he's walking towards, certain characters, and he says, the shepherd of lost children, and he walks up to Marvin, who's a dude from Mad TV.
Yeah.
He does a lot of comedy and shit. Well, his character, And it made me think, because if we're running with the theory that that's his soul, then those have to be some sort of middleman demon rogue. You know what I mean?
Minions.
Yeah, and with the divine intervention, it's like Vincent and Jules were not really angels, because they obviously didn't know they were, because Jules has his epiphany that they revisit at the end. But it's almost, it kind of, when you look at it that way, it makes that scene even kind of like not creepy, but just weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think it's so?
Well,
I don't know,
also,
man.
and I mean, I got this from just jumping down YouTube rabbit holes about it, because I got on I got on to thinking about that for a while too, and went looking on it, and like some sort of religion out there apparently believes that the way to get your soul is through the back of the brain or the head or whatever.
Yeah, at the bottom
Yeah.
of the neck,
And
right?
yeah, and so
Got a
the
band-aid
band-aid
there.
on the back,
Yeah.
yeah, like he's made the deal with the devil, and it's just I don't know, something to that effect.
He made a deal with the devil to get rich, and now he's trying to get his soul back. Right? He seems like
Yeah.
a soulless motherfucker. Like,
But it had to be, but yeah, it had to be something where if we're gonna go religious and spiritual on it, God had to be on his side, because he obviously protected Jules and Vincent from getting shot.
Yeah. So where does Butch line up into this? Is he Judas?
is this a fucking Jesus story?
is Butch the Judas of the whole thing? He just doesn't kill himself. I mean, because that's really the only thing.
Well, or what if he's Saint Thomas?
You were here the Gimp Crow 3 times.
Well, the whole concept is that his moral is to not be a doubting Thomas, because he doubted Jesus. And at first he makes, I don't know, it's just weird. Like I don't think there's a connection with it, but surely there's, the moral with him is, you can, I guess, change, you can, I don't know. It's just that's such a weird plot, because it culminates with him saving Wallace's life, and they're even.
Yeah.
He's just got to shut the fuck up and leave town.
Yeah. LA privileges are law. I mean, and he got rich off of it. You know what I mean? I don't. That's the only thing with that theory that's always kind of been, because the Mia story
It's like temptation.
Yeah, that's what that all is, and that's temptation in every fucking sense of the word. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because the whole scenario that Vincent gets put in was definitely, you could take that from it by all means.
I mean, do you think he would have banged? Like, she would bang him?
I think they were going to bang if she didn't OD.
You think?
Because
So?
I mean,
right?
because the tension was real.
Yeah, I mean, that OD scene, it makes me.
Dude.
Oh man, no! When they're at Jack
cool
Rabbit
motherfucker's
Slim's
house, yeah.
When they're at Jack Rabbit Slim's, and because I completely forgot about this scene, and I laughed my ass off when I saw it. When she goes to powder her nose and she lays up, she goes, "I said, God damn!"
What a rush,
dude! That was fucking hilarious.
I love that song. It was a teenage wedding and an old folk wish them well.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah, that fucking
R.I.P.
that whole scene was crazy. I want to go to that. Is Jack Rabbit Slim's real?
No,
it's not.
No, it's on the special features.
Damn it! Wouldn't it be cool if it was?
It needs to be.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
There's a place here in Atlanta that's Tarantino themed, right?
Really?
Right?
Is there?
I think so.
It might be Reservoir Dogs, but I think, isn't this the movie that starts the recurrence of Red Apple Tobacco?
Yeah. I don't remember them being in Reservoir Dogs, were they? Maybe when they were sitting at the table, they had some Red Apple on the table. Because
they even managed to pull it in Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude pulls out a red
As
apple
Bob the
pouch.
Mexican rolled up a nice red apple cigarette.
Yeah. Well, they contemplated if it was murder.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a place in Atlanta, I think, that's like Tarantino themed. Restaurant.
So yeah, this is actually a good place to bring up what I noticed this watching or this viewing, whatever you
Got a
want to call
man
it.
theory.
Well, when they're in the which y'all might have caught this before I did. And actually when I Googled it after realizing it, apparently it's common knowledge. But when they're in the diner scene like that and they're just talking back and forth, getting to know one another, and she finally breaks down and explains the pilot of the show she was on. Well, Fox Force 5, she starts to rattle off the traits of each character, and it's not right on the money,
Was it Charlie's
but
Angels?
all the characters eerily represent characters that would go on to be the Death Squad and Kill Bill.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it's not to a T, like I said, but each one, she kind of names them off kind of in a way that they did, you know?
Yeah. So do
I
you
know.
think that Kill Bill is just that story? Like
Well, Kill Bill was, and you'll see it in the title credits too, that it was based on an idea by Q and U,
yeah.
and it was something that apparently Uma Thurman and Quentin Tarantino had tossed around for years, and then they finally made it into a film. So I wonder if like maybe its inception kind of was already, brewing when they did Pulp Fiction.
Well, maybe it was something that he pitched to her, and she maybe was like, "Hey, why don't you change the script to this pitch and just kind of
I started fucking around with samurai sword.
have I mean, I love John Travolta in this movie.
Yeah, this rebooted his career. This
In
movie
in a big way.
He was like going broke.
Yeah. It's crazy how like Tarantino can be like, I want this guy. Nobody else. This guy is the guy. And fucking the Weinstein's like,
Harvey was like, I didn't know it was such a good idea. You know?
It's like, I don't think you trying to fuck chicks is a good idea.
in Brad?
Yeah, no. And he just he writes it for them and gets this incredible performance out of it.
No one could play the role.
No, nobody.
That's it.
And I mean, nobody could play the Butch role except for Bruce Willis, and definitely not the Sam Jackson. I mean, that
damn.
Well, it's just sad that like maybe in the next 30, 40 years, there's probably going to be a Pulp Fiction reboot.
Ooh.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Not as long as he's alive.
I hope it goes the route of Back to the Future and it's untouched.
I'd rather see Back to the Future remade than Pulp Fiction.
No, man.
No, but think about it.
I wouldn't want to see either, really.
But you got to pick one. Pick one.
If I had to see a reboot,
yeah,
of course it'd be Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to see the DeLorean in
gonna happen, dog?
Updated, I mean, I don't want to because it's going to be accompanied by a shit story probably.
We've argued about this in like 20 different podcasts. There will be one. Before we die, there's going to be another Back to the Future. We're going to review it.
I know, and I'm going to go consume it and fucking.
You might love it.
Take whatever it is. Yeah, and that sucks.
Who would they let direct it though? That you'd be like, all right,
JJ.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of getting burned out on him. Just a little bit.
If they let him have as much time as he needed to make it and do it right, I think Ron Howard could pull it off.
Ooh. Oh.
I don't think he would fuck it up.
I think Travis just sold a ticket.
Let's give it to Opie.
I would actually say, like, if they're going to do it, they need to do it while they're still alive and weave that into the story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the only way, in my opinion.
It's going to happen, man.
Because, like, how old is fucking Christopher Lloyd? You know what I
Fucking
mean?
Crypt keeper
90?
status, man.
But here's the thing. I would want it to be someone like Ron Howard that would put more into it than just shitting it out on paper and throwing it on screen.
Didn't he do Dark Tower?
Nope.
Dark Tower?
He was attached to it, but then he left the project.
Because they didn't give him enough time.
Because if Ron Howard had been attached, which he's attached, I believe, to the TV show.
What's the greatest Ron
So-
Howard movie?
All right, hold on.
Oh, Apollo 11, dude, or Apollo 13.
He did Apollo 13?
Yeah.
That's a good
Hold on.
fucking movie, man.
I'm gonna pull it right here.
Dude, if you watch Apollo 13, you'll want to be an astronaut.
Oh man,
Apollo
Hold
13 was good.
dude, when they do the rocket launch, man,
Oh, man.
mwah, you know, like that's me giving the
looks so
Italian
good.
mwah. Fucking yeah, dude.
You said
To
it's a
see-
delicioso.
To let me nerd out for just a second on Ron Howard and that particular scene, that like the way like there's a shot in Apollo 13 where the camera is doing like a slow reveal of the rocket sitting on the on the launch pad,
Yeah.
and it's kind of panning out, showing you it and everything. I always envisioned him I wouldn't have even cared if he ripped that same shot and did it to where you replace that with the Dark Tower in the middle of the rose field.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been so fucking badass. And especially with the level of CGI that one can do now as opposed to back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have looked amazing, I think.
I'm gonna have to say my favorite, and it might not be everybody's favorite, is A Beautiful Mind.
That's the one
Oh,
with
man.
Kevin Spacey.
No, Russell.
I mean, dude,
Crowe.
just
Oh, okay.
rattle off some of the
Yeah, I need a
hits on
list. I don't know.
Because, I mean, dude, I agree with you. That was a great movie, too.
All right. So we've got Splash, Cocoon, Gung Ho, Willow, Parenthood, Backdraft, Far and Away, The Paper, Apollo 13, Rants, Ed TV, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, A Beautiful Mind, The Missing, Cinderella Man, The Da Vinci Code, Frost, Nixon, Angels and Demons, The Dilemma, Rush, In the Heart of the Sea, Inferno, and the Han Solo movie.
That Han Solo movie may take the cake. Looks good.
that's-
I mean,
but he took
I
over.
Did he
mean,
do
granted-
Apollo
I
13?
mean-
Yeah.
granted, when it comes to books, I was leery because the Dan Brown novels he did were that was one of my dogs. But so I apologize ahead of time. But the only Dan Brown movie I watched was the Da Vinci Code, and I was not really that impressed with Tom Hanks as Robert Langdon.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Period.
For some reason, when I read the Da Vinci Code as well as Inferno, or not Inferno, but Angels and Demons, I always imagined Robert Langdon as like a Han Solo type. Not Han Solo, fucking Indiana Jones,
Right.
but
Not Tom
as
Hanks.
not as Tomb Raider-ish, but you know,
Right. I really like A Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful
a lot.
Mind.
I've watched that movie a lot.
I completely forgot that he was doing Han Solo though.
Yeah. I can't believe he did Ed TV. all right. Anyway.
Back to the Pulp.
Yeah, right. We got on this fucking Back to the Future fucking Ron Howard rabbit hole.
It happens, man. It happens.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, I agree with Trav. Like, if he does it, then I would have a lot of faith in it. All right. Within the next 10 years, they're gonna try something.
It's going to happen.
I mean, dude, Ready Player One, they talked about the DeLorean being in that for
Mhm.
fucking months before the movie even came out. You know what I mean?
Shit, it was in there for like 2 minutes.
Oh, it's in there a pretty decent chunk. Like the race and everything. I went and watched.
Is it one of the main characters, like main ride?
Yeah, it's the main character's ride. So, and it's the one with the
I'm excited to watch the movie because I've had the book on backlog on my Kindle forever, but I never got around to reading it. And so this is going to be exciting to watch a movie that I don't know what's going to happen.
it was
a change.
It was fun. It was fun. I'll say that.
What give us the stars. Star rating on it right now.
I need to watch it again, but if I had to rate it coming out of the theater, I would have gave it a full star. Because it's just it pumps you up. There's some things
that
leave you wanting more.
Does it have the replay value that we were talking about either last week or the week before, where we were either I was saying or one of us was saying that it's a movie you can watch over and over just to try to break down each frame where there's all the various different Easter eggs going on at once.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. They go to the Overlook. Like they go to the hotel from The Shining. I mean, I did not expect that at all, And it looked just fucking like it did. It looked so much like it was creepy.
Does it? I mean, is it just all over the place with what it references, or does it balance between like it's like video games and movies, or is it just a little bit of everything, literally?
It's a little bit of everything. Like from what I understand in the book, a lot of people choose their avatar as like famous actors or actresses and stuff like that. Well, of course, they couldn't get the rights to get everybody to agree to share their likeness. You know what I mean? But I mean, it references a lot, like pretty much from the 80s up, a lot of 80s heavy stuff, but all the way up into what would be our present day, because the movie takes place in the future. So the guy pretty much added stuff until he died for the most part. So it was good. I liked it. I recommend anybody that hasn't seen it to at least go check. I mean, just for the Iron Giant, you know what I mean? Like, I want there to be an Iron Giant live action movie so bad. Like, if any animated film needs to be turned into why that one?
Yeah, and this is the movie that with the Vin Diesel robot, right?
Yeah.
Cartoon.
Yes. Why that one?
Yeah.
It's just so it's so human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so it's one of the few animated movies that I can watch and like it touched me in a special way. Not in a weird, inappropriate way, but it's like, it's kind of like E.T. with a robot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not? I want Ron Howard to do that shit, So,
right.
But anyway, back to the Pulp. What's y'all's favorite story?
Oh, well, I mean, my favorite, some of the best scenes of the movie it's fucking Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta, man. I mean, when they go to Quentin's house. I mean, come on, dude.
I think mine's ties into Adam's a little bit in that even though it's a short-lived scene, and it doesn't mean that the other scenes are any less,
no.
But I gotta say the Mr. Wolf scene's my favorite.
Yeah.
Talk fast to act fast.
From dead Negro storage up to them crushing the cars, man. Like they did it, Yeah. That whole scene was hilarious.
Yeah. From the point where
Jules in the back where he's like, man, I ain't fucking cleaning up this brain matter. We're switching places. Like,
yeah, why my own brain detail?
That's what he said.
I love it, that scene whenever it starts, where he shoots him and he goes, "Oh, I just shot Marvin in the face."
Yeah.
He said, "You did what?"
Yeah.
So fucking funny,
Marvin
man.
ain't here no more, man.
Yeah, I just shot Marvin
So I was
in the
about to
face.
say, when he shoots him, they're just how fucking cool they were about it. Like Samuel L. Jackson turned around and looked and was like, "Damn," you know, like
Yeah, we're on a major highway in broad daylight. He said, "We're in the valley. We ain't got any safe places down here." Let me call my buddy Jimmy.
oh fuck, dude, Jimmy.
Yeah. I love Jimmy, man. I want a Jimmy in every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said,
I know my coffee. I know my coffee tastes good. I buy it.
Yeah, my wife buys that shitty stuff. I'm not worried about the coffee in my kitchen. Oh, good.
I wish we could go there, you know?
I know, right?
I want to.
Yeah, I know. But no,
That's the thing. Tarantino has so many good quotes that
really, man. I think this is the movie that it's the most quotable movie.
Yeah, it is.
It's like it's just full of quotes.
I'm sure in every mature rated trivia game, there's a quote from Pulp Fiction, you know?
Yeah.
I love that with cheese one.
Yeah. No, I love that whole Antoine Rockamora, Tony Rocky Horror. That he gave Marcel's wife a foot massage. He said just because you touch a woman's feet don't mean that you need to be thrown through a glass fucking house, fucking up the way a brother talks and shit. Oh, I love that fucking scene so much, man. It's fucking Sam Jackson. He sells it, you know? He's perfect.
Right.
I want to hang out with him.
I want to hang out with him. So I mean, I heard that he was a dick.
Yeah.
No shit. I mean, listen, Jackson went to this movie premiere at this thing because he was in this little movie.
Yeah.
It was like a college film that was made, and it was at this place where they're having like some kind of little festival, and Sam Jackson was there. Like it was in Atlanta, and they like walked in the room and like tried to talk to him and shit, and he just blew him off, dude. Like, fuck off.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Wow.
He said, "Fuck that guy, man. He was a dick to me and my dad."
Wow.
I was like, "Damn,
that's crazy." He might have just been having a bad day, you know? You think we can get him on the podcast? I mean,
fuck no."
I mean,
dude, when he said that, I was like, I can see that. I mean, he kind of puts off this vibe, you know. Well, then I tried to tell him, I was like, look, man, when you're as famous as he is, like, it gets old.
Yeah.
You're just trying to hang out and scratch your balls, you know, like.
Right.
I mean, you always got to be on point, like, ready to fucking entertain some motherfuckers, like.
Yeah.
So just leave me alone. Let me chill. Like, I'm just watch some TV and fucking drink a beer. Like, fuck off.
How many movies you think he's been in?
He's been in a shitload. I mean, this is the man that pumps out 8 movies a year.
He's got more movies than
I'm gonna say he's been in around 80.
What do you think, Trav?
I'm gonna say like 60 something.
176.
God damn.
I know, right?
Holy shit, he's probably loaded, right?
They call him the working man, dude.
You want me to see what his net worth is?
How much money did he make off of fucking snakes on a plane? That's the thing about him too, man. He'll do a shitty movie.
Yeah.
As long as that check clears.
What do you think his net worth is?
As
of May the 18th, 2017.
53 million.
What do you think, Trav?
Net worth?
Yeah.
I'll say 50. What'd you say, Adam?
I said 53. This ain't the fucking Price is Right, man.
I'll just say 55.
200 million.
God damn.
Yeah, I know.
I was way off.
Every time that
That's not, and that's not trying to underestimate. I just feel like actors would be in around the double digit million net worth, you know?
Most, yeah.
Yeah.
Sam
Nah, man.
Jackson.
Every time we see or I see Pulp Fiction mentioned, they always talk about cult film, cult classic. I think that it's transcended that. You know what I mean? I mean, more people, in my opinion, has saw Pulp Fiction.
Do you think that that label is like a backhanded compliment? Sometimes. Well, it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
It's like you just kind of playing it off. Like,
yeah.
I think in the mid to late 90s, it was a cult classic.
Yeah.
But I think now, it's a fucking thing, dude. Like,
it's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, this movie was ahead of its time.
It was. And I don't think anything has really realistically came close to this. You know what I mean? Like,
I do know what you mean.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's been some fantastic movies come out since this movie, but has anybody been able to accomplish this?
Well, I mean, I just don't feel like anyone can really write dialogue like Tarantino does,
or put a scene together or a shot.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is a director's director.
Yeah.
You know, like,
when he'll take small talk and make it interesting.
Just the scenes, man. The shots, the exterior, the fucking interior.
I mean, prime example, even though it's not Pulp Fiction, but in Reservoir Dogs, like the tippings for the bird scene.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, I know we're going to watch it next week, but that scene in Reservoir Dogs where he ties that fucking cop to that chair.
Cuts his ear off.
And walks outside.
Yeah.
Gets to the trunk and he comes back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That scene's fucking great. Like, that's classic, man. That's classic Tarantino. Like,
yeah.
Textbook Tarantino.
One of the first like movie scenes I ever remember being like, if I could make a movie, I would rip off this scene. It would always have been something like that. All the way down to, like, as he gets further away from the radio, it gets quieter and quieter. Where he goes outside, you don't hear anything. Then he comes back in and it's still playing, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it just doesn't skip a beat. It's perfect, you know?
Growing up, I always saw Pulp Fiction, like in the video store. I just remember the cover, with her sitting on the bed.
Yeah.
All that shit around her. So, I see it all the time. But the first one that I saw was Reservoir Dogs.
Really?
Yeah, I was, I don't know if it was on TV or something, but I remember I was at my dad's house, and my stepmom was young, at that time. It was in the early, like 97, something like that.
Yeah.
She was watching it on TV, and I was just sitting there, like, mouth breathing, like, this is fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't until years later that I found out about, like Pulp Fiction and stuff like this. Like Tarantino was the motherfucker,
Well, and
like the motherfucker.
Well, it's hard for a director to release something. It's kind of like musicians, right? Or a band. You find a band and you listen to a couple of songs and you're like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
You go down the rabbit hole.
Go down the discography.
Yeah, you listen, and Tarantino's one of those few directors.
His discography is amazing.
It's a perfect.
Even the movies you don't like, you're gonna like.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I mean, has he made a bad movie?
Travis, don't answer that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I mean, really, has he made a bad movie?
No.
I mean, no.
I mean, who else can say that?
I mean, not fucking Peter Jackson. And that's somebody that's making bank. Tarantino makes good money.
Yeah.
But even his little side projects, fucking Death Proof and even I saw From Dusk Till Dawn before I ever saw any of the other motherfucking movies. Like, I remember watching that like when it came out.
That's a great
I
movie.
mean, I had no idea. We should have picked that one too. That should have been in there.
I haven't watched that movie.
Dude, I saw that. We had it when I was a kid. We had a copy.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen it, you know. And then like, there's Tarantino playing the fucking creepy perv.
Didn't he
With
write
the
it?
fucking mouthpiece in. Him and what's his name?
Robert Rodriguez?
Yeah, like they kind of wrote it together. Like Tarantino did most of the writing, because let's face it, Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah.
But he directed it, and then Tarantino kind of wrote. Like they came together on it. Like we should do a fucking vampire flick, you know?
I got this fucking story about this
Great fucking
vampire.
movie. One of my favorite scenes is fucking Cheech Marin.
Oh, pussy,
Big pussy, bread pussy. He said, if you can find pussy cheaper anywhere else, Augie. I just remember that scene. And then fucking gun cock, like.
Yeah. Oh,
Sex Machine, yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever that something was going on, they put his foot between his legs. He just, that fucking dick popped out. I was just
Dick
like,
gun.
that's fucking cool.
Yeah. The two scenes I remember the most from that movie is the opening with Michael Parks, God rest his soul.
In the store?
Yeah. And then the scene whenever they get back to the hotel and he's George Clooney's talking to the woman that they took hostage.
Older Mexican lady.
It gives me chills, dude.
She was sitting on the end of the bed, and he's like, everything's gonna be all right. I'm gonna go do this. Was it Jimmy? Was his name Jimmy? Something like that.
Gecko brother.
Yeah, but his name, like, he's like, he's gonna stay here with you. And then when he came back,
wait, what do you mean, Michael Parks?
Michael Parks is at the beginning of.
He was the cop.
Remember the cop that walks in there is talking to the guy in the store, and George Clooney and Tarantino's like in the back room holding somebody fucking hostage.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Michael Parks is
I
like,
remember that.
goddamn crazy guys out here.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches come through here, I'm gonna get them. Didn't they shoot him because he said that?
Yeah. My favorite scene from Dusk Till Dawn was had to be in the hallway scene where Clooney gives Harvey Keitel the mean motherfucking servant of God speech.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they kick that fucking door open and just start fucking laying waste to those vampires.
Yeah.
They brandish all those crazy ass improv weapons.
Yeah. That was all that speech was awesome. He goes, he's like a normal man cannot bless water and turn it into a weapon. You know, like that whole spiel was just incredible. You know what I mean?
You know that changed his career. Like before that, Clooney was a doctor.
Yeah.
On ER or something like that. Like that was the first time he like stepped out of his fucking comfort zone, and he fucking nailed it, man.
Yeah,
he's really good in that movie.
He's cool, man. He's like he's not Sam Jackson cool, but
he's like stepdad cool.
Yeah, right. Stepdad that don't kick your ass.
Yeah, like
cool.
Stepdad that like found your weed one time. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool, man. Go ahead. Here's an extra 20." You know?
Yeah, burn down. Here's an extra 20. Here you go. Yeah, that's a great movie.
I watched that one a lot.
Wait,
but I saw that like when it came out. Like it hit VHS.
Yeah,
picked that one up at the Bee Buster.
The Bee Buster. Let's see. It was written by Tarantino and Robert Kurtz.
Who?
Robert Kurtz.
Like fucking zombie?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, his
name's
not
Robert Kurtzman.
Oh,
no,
okay.
but Robert Kurtzman. But Kurtzman does, I believe he has some credits as like some special effects, I think.
I mean, that name sounds familiar.
He did a lot of zombie or a lot of.
Is that the guy that does stuff? Is that the guy that did fucking Kevin Smith shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, made the fucking Tusk costume and shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's done, you name it. I mean, he
a lot of creature feature.
Yeah, he did fucking Yoga Hosers. He did Tusk, It Follows, Jin, Oz the Great and Powerful, Texas Chainsaw 3D. Yeah, Children of the Corn, Boogeyman 3, Bad Boys 2, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Like, these are all special effects credits. He's got 4 writing credits. So
His fucking special effects in that movie were fucking good.
Yeah, they were great. He directed Wishmaster.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he did.
The movie where the lawyer fucks the guy, the lawyer fucks himself.
Yeah,
I
Wishmaster.
think that was like Wishmaster 4.
Yeah, he directed the first.
Like, did he come up with that? Was that like his idea?
Let's see. He directed it, and Peter Adkins wrote it.
Listen, man, I was at my grandmother's house. She was watching that movie. And he was like, I wish my lawyer would go fuck himself. And then like that guy was like, and his legs went up behind him and he started fucking himself.
Yeah.
And then when I left there, I went to Travis and I was like, we have to get this movie. You have to see this, remember?
And it's funny because I remember that day because we went and fucking rented it.
We went and found it, dude. I was like, you have to see this.
Yeah, I think it took us like 2 different video stores before we found it.
The movie gallery had it.
Oh,
Maybe even Hood's drugstore.
Because I'm pretty sure that one it was a direct to video. I think wasn't Wishmaster always direct to video,
I think,
or was
so.
it just the first one that had a theatrical release?
Probably the first one did. Then they were just like, oh yeah, about that.
Yeah.
But we watched it and was just like, that's crazy. And then that scene happens, and you're just like, what the fuck? It's crazy.
Funny.
So, I mean, is there anything else that we can say?
Well,
about it?
I mean, dude, with Pulp Fiction, I mean, you got to go a little further on the Butch story, man. The classic pocket watch moment with Christopher Walken.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean,
Christopher Walken, like
yeah, Walken.
yeah, space.
And so I was in the wall for 2 years with this pocket watch up my ass.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, how do you fucking make this shit up? You know what I mean? How do you make that up?
I don't know.
Like, who would think of that? He's just sitting there, little dude sitting there staring at him. And he's like, "This watch."
Or like the scene when when Butch and his girl make it to they get to the hotel room, and the next day happens, and he finds out she forgot the watch, and he freaks out at first, and he's like, he forgives her, but then it just cuts immediately to his car, like, fucking stupid bitch, I made you say the words, like, just
yeah. Oh, I've been there.
Fucking ham.
Yeah,
I've been there.
We've all been there.
Yeah. You're just like, you want to get out for a second, and then the whole time you're like beating the shit out of your steering wheel. I've been there. Unfortunately.
Well,
I mean that's a part of life. I mean, everyone does.
Oh, it's okay,
So,
baby.
regardless
baby.
of-
He's like, baby, it's all right.
Yeah. It's
Meanwhile,
okay.
he wanted to choke that bitch.
Some pancakes.
Well, he knew by going back to get it, it's like, I'll fucking get killed.
Yeah.
And they're
Sign
gonna be
him up.
waiting on me, which they were.
And then we get probably the most out of blue death scene ever.
Yeah. That was so random.
Did not going back to the first time I watched it, didn't expect to just see Vincent get blown right off the toilet.
Spoiler alert.
Which is crazy. It's crazy to think about because he was in Amsterdam for what, 5 years?
Yeah, he
Mhm.
made that real clear.
And
he couldn't
he-
quit talking about that shit.
Yeah. And then he came back and he was in town for like 2 days and got killed. You know what I mean?
There was no divine
Which-
intervention there.
Well, do you think that, okay, if Jules wouldn't have, because that obviously takes place after, because they run into Butch at that bar. That's where it shows them taking the briefcase to Marcellus Wallace, right? So, all right. So to go back in with a couple of these theories we've been talking about, them returning his soul back to him maybe gave him some compassion. That's what kept Butch alive in the end.
Oh, in the end, I mean, he saved dude from they were fucking him.
Yeah. I mean,
That's-
yeah.
That's
Side
I mean,
note.
you'd be saving, you'd be happy, you'd be like, look, I'm about to call some real
Oh.
hard hitting, pipe hitting. Show up, you know what I'm saying?
And what's interesting to note too, and this is what a lot of fans probably know as well, if you recall, and we'll probably bring it up again in next week's episode, but Mr. Yellow, who is Michael Madsen's character in Reservoir Dogs,
Yeah.
I can't remember his actual name, but they do bring it up in the film before he gets hired. He
Okay.
is Vincent Vega's brother.
Yeah, the Vega brothers.
Big Vega.
So the events, so Reservoir Dogs takes place in the same universe as Pulp Fiction. But I guess all these movies do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the breakdown. It's
I
interesting.
mean,
Impressive.
Yeah. But do you think that if Jules wouldn't have had his epiphany with the divine intervention, he would have been at the apartment? He could have possibly kept Vincent from getting killed, or he would have got killed himself. You know what I mean? This is some deep level thinking.
I mean, it very well could have been because, yeah, maybe that intervention was down to Jules.
Well, and he tried to get him to. I mean, he didn't really pressure him, but he's like, "I got to get out of here. Like, this is
And
not
to me,
good."
and that's one of the things I liked about the film too, because even though it had a non-linear thing going on, you know, eventually throughout the movie they start having that ideological debate about, you know, miracles and shit like that.
Yeah.
And especially with the ending scene with them in the diner, which is pretty much just the end of the first to the, you know, the cold opening.
So between some of these scenes, it was years.
No.
No, just different times of the day, actually.
Yeah. Because
I was like, that was new to me.
Because the beginning of the film and the ending of the film take place after the events of the middle of the film.
Right.
So doesn't, like, if we're going to take it this way, so you've got them go to the apartment, get the briefcase. They leave. Marvin gets shot in the face. They go to Jimmy's house. The wolf shows up. They clean the car. They go to the bar to meet Marcellus Wallace.
There's dude.
No, they go to the diner.
Well, yeah, they go to the diner, and then
So the diner is not. Let's see, if we were to put it in chronological order,
because the Butch fight happens that night. Whenever he's taking Mia Wallace out,
he was supposed to take a fall, and he didn't.
Right? Yeah.
So the Butch story is actually the beginning, while Jules and Vincent are out looking for the briefcase. No.
The Butch story
because
would
Vincent
happen
dies.
last. Yeah. The Butch story would happen last. Like,
the Butch story is running parallel to the end of the movie, which is the end of Jules and them story. The end of Jules' story is the beginning of Butch's, and Vincent's spans over the course of both.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because once Jules leaves the scene, that's where the fight's that night. He tells him to take the dive. He doesn't take it. He wakes up the next morning, goes to his apartment. Vincent's in there. He kills him. His watch.
The night before, because during the night that was the Vincent Mia date.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they pay him to take a dive?
Yeah.
Yes.
He bet all the money,
but then he didn't stop, right?
Well,
they gave him.
That's right.
Yeah, and they gave it to him. Well, yeah, because he got the cash earnings.
Yeah. So, and he wired the money to, like, whoever it was in Tennessee. They bet on 8. He got with 8 different bookies and bet all that money away, and then he cleared however much he cleared. That was his story, is to try to get to Tennessee without getting killed. Which my thing is let's be honest. All right, if Adam is Marcellus Wallace,
do I look like a bitch?
I ain't trying to fuck you like one. I know that. And
now that I think about it, it would have been funny if somewhere in Inglourious Bastards we would have got to see the pocket watch scene.
Oh my God! Why did he do that?
Like
random. I mean,
what if it's in there, dude? You don't even notice it.
It's a very gross, pointless scene to have, but people who watch Pulp Fiction would have been like, "Oh fuck!" Like this is like it would have been even funny. It would have had a more comedic impact.
Well, if you think about it, like, isn't Christopher Walken coming back from the Vietnam War?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, his granddad bought it whenever he went to World War II. So his granddad would have been Inglourious Basterds. You know what I mean?
I'm not trying to incite any racial thing. But I'm really not, but it's part of the dialogue. That's why I'm saying this up front. I'm just, and if I'm wrong, I am so sorry on so many levels. But I want to say Christopher Walken said that it was him and him shooting gooks.
Oh, that's
Now-
okay. You can say that.
Yeah, I thought you was
Now-
gonna say something else.
No. Now this shows my ignorance. What is a gook? What is that
That's
supposed
in
to
Vietnam.
be?
Like
That's the Charlie.
slope heads,
Okay. I'm just
sandbag,
slant eyes.
Well, I'm just okay.
cheeks.
So yeah, you're right. It was Vietnam, so it wouldn't have been.
But damn
Yeah.
it, that would have been awesome.
Hold on, let me look.
It was Vietnam. He's right. I mean,
No,
he was
but
wearing
he's but he said his granddad bought it when he went to World War II, and then brought it home, put it in a coffee can, and then when his dad. So let's see. Hold on.
Them sinus is fucking me up, guys.
I hear it. Well, I don't see anything.
You're right. I mean, he went to Vietnam, but his dad, I think, was in World War. He's like, this watch went through these wars.
Yeah.
It went through so many wars. You know, it was in some asses.
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
a great story. Like,
Yeah. Great story. No, he should have done that. He should have had one of the Inglorious Bastards just wearing that watch. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's all he would have had to
just
have
like
done.
do a close up on the watch and pull out.
Well,
Could be
they
there.
well, the only two people that survived was the dude from The Office and
BJ Novak.
Brad Pitt. Yeah, BJ Novak and Brad Pitt, right?
Hope it's Brad Pitt.
I know, right? I mean, it could make sense because he said he was going back to Tennessee, and
Brad Pitt.
no, in Pulp Fiction,
Oh,
he said he's going to Tennessee, so he knows people from Tennessee. Maybe he grew up in that area, and then Aldo Rain grew up in the Appalachian Mountains, right?
mm-hmm.
So,
See, dog.
I mean, we're fucking real
We're
estate
onto
theories. Yeah, right. Fuck. I mean, that would have been.
Clever.
I mean, I don't even know. You know what I mean? I don't even know. All right. So before we rate it, what about this GIMP?
Oh my God.
This shit got real weird real quick with Zed, Mr. Soon to be dead rapist here.
And racist.
Yeah, racist. Yeah.
That's the worst kind of rapist. A racist rapist. Wasn't too
That-
racist. He wasn't too racist.
Yeah, right.
Now, wasn't that Tarantino in the leather?
Was it? Oh my God.
I mean, if it was, it makes sense. He's a freak.
he played a good gimp.
He did. He's done it
Yeah.
before. Yeah. Like, why are you gonna tie the gimp up? If he's why? All right. First of all, why did they bring him out?
So he could watch.
But they didn't take him in the room with him.
They're into
'Cause
some
the door
weird
was-
shit, dude.
the door was closed. So if you're gonna get the gimp out to watch this guy, why are you gonna chain him up? Is he gonna run off? He lives in a
Right, he's
box.
like a dog. They had
mean-
he just made so he could make noise, but they just didn't listen.
Well, yeah, that's
I
true.
think that's just what they're into, man. It's some like freaky fetish shit.
Yeah, I don't know, but they had that. They had him in a plywood box with bars over the top
Yeah,
of it. Like, what the hell, man? And who
He looked like
feeds it?
he looked like the sampler for Slipknot without the needles.
Oh shit!
Sid?
Yeah,
That's his name? Sid?
Now 133.
Wilson. Right? Sid Wilson?
I don't know. There's
Oh.
too many of
No, Sid's the DJ. It's the other guy.
Right. Oh, damn.
them. Travis dropping some Slipknot.
The DJ and the
knowledge.
sampler? Oh, yeah.
Some slip knowledge. Oh.
Oh, my God. Sliptology?
Sliptology. Oh. If
That,
that's
that
not
could
a
be a
fuck,
fucking college course. Like,
if that's not a fucking live DVD or a documentary, Sliptology, I'm
No,
gonna
dude.
fucking sue somebody.
I'll join the college if they're like, welcome to Sliptology 101.
Yeah. They bring a different band member each week to teach the class. Corey
Class runs
Taylor
9
shows
weeks.
up. Corey Taylor and his fucking neck shows up.
Right, everybody, like, he's perched out by a pond. All the people are sitting around. He's giving a lecture.
Yeah.
Now he does that Omega thing.
Oh, God.
He's breaking down the lyrics. Can't see California without Marlon Brando's.
He's like, now what I'm talking about here is...
When you're in California.
I have a question, sir. Does your neck hurt?
It's really big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all muscle?
It looks like he ties fucking dumbbells to his head and just fucking
Kettlebells.
Yeah, right. He fucking ties them to his fucking forehead and just pulls them up all day long. He's got
doing
this
forehead crunches.
Oh my God. He's fucking neck strong for sure.
Neck strong.
Yeah. Look at him.
It was gonna be Trap's follow-up hit song, Neck Strong.
Neck
Strong to take on anyone.
So, I mean, y'all want to rate it?
Yeah.
I mean, well, since you won, Adam, you know.
Well, like, this is one of the movies here that, like, changed the way I look at movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this was the movie where I was just like, I don't know, man. All of his movies are really good, but this one was special.
Yeah, it is.
Like, this movie made me want to make a movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I saw Pulp Fiction, and I was just like, God damn, like.
I got to get a camera staff.
Yeah. Like, damn, I wish I knew, like, 30 people that would be into making a movie, because.
Yeah, we can make it
holy
happen.
Shit. So, dude, I mean, I give it a star all day. Like, this movie just, I don't know, man, it was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was one of those movies, and I'm not talking about, like, when I was 10, I watched it and I thought that. You know, I watched it when I was younger, but then later on in life, you go back and it's like, oh, you know, like, okay.
Yeah. Well,
I know
it
fucking
offers,
had it like that.
It offers so much. Like, just from a filmmaking perspective, from a writing perspective, from an acting perspective, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From comedy.
It's fucking,
drama.
it's a fucking, this is a movie.
That's a movie. Yeah. It's a movie made for director.
Yeah,
basically.
Just someone that's like, if you're into fucking film, and you haven't seen Pulp Fiction, then you're not into film.
I mean,
You know
I've heard they have full classes dedicated to
bet.
analyzing. Yeah, in college. I mean,
I don't doubt that one bit.
it's a
I mean,
fucking workshop. Yeah. Let's take
that group of people.
Yeah, right.
30 Charleses.
Imagine 30 solo monks hanging around.
Yeah.
Actually, what happened in this scene was shut the fuck up.
Click, click, pow, you know?
Yeah.
Shoot him.
Yeah.
But for real, like, I'm not even bullshitting. Like, that's why I picked Tarantino, because I've always, you know, shit, I know as long as y'all have known me, you know, me and Tarantino's been like this. And y'all can't see it, but I got my fingers crossed. Like,
bro.
Hey, you know, it's like one of those things where, like, you know, back when YouTube first, like, started popping, like, I was going around looking for fucking interviews, videos, like, anything I get my hands on.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to know everything about this motherfucker. Like, I want to hear everything he's got to say.
Which is a lot.
I'll be honest with you, though, man. Like if I had the chance to meet him, don't know if I would.
I wouldn't.
I think he's a dick, man, and I don't want to fuck it up for me. Like, he'd be a dick to me, and I'd just be like, God damn, like, you know what I mean, dude? Like,
yeah,
like what we have now,
yeah,
it's working for me.
Yeah,
I just feel like if you had a chance to meet him, he'd be like a fucking, you know, he's possibly a prick.
Yeah,
possibly.
Well,
possibly.
he's one of those people. Like, there's a few like celebrities, musicians, whatever, that I'm like, I respect this person so much, I'm not gonna fucking harass them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. If they came up to me,
if you saw him in public,
yeah,
I'd give him the nod.
Yeah, I like your shit nod.
Fucking that nod that he gets fucking daily.
Yeah, yeah. But if I was sitting at a
Low
bar,
down fan, low down fan, like.
yeah. But if I was sitting at a bar and he rolled up next to me and a natural conversation occurred, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would enjoy
Would
it.
you try to get a snapshot?
Probably not. I mean, I'd probably take my phone out and hit record so I could fucking prove
get
to
the
you
audio.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, because
yeah,
who's gonna believe that?
yeah, right. But I wouldn't be like, hey man, can I get a picture? Can you fucking sign my fucking Pulp Fiction fucking Blu-ray? Let me go back to my
Fucking
house.
Pulp Fiction hoodie.
Yeah, like come on. Like I wouldn't be like that, you know what I mean? But I would just, you know, I don't know. It's just it's different. Like I don't know. Like whenever I was younger, I wanted to meet people,
Yeah.
bands, actors, whatever. And then I don't know, as I get older, I'm just like, I don't want to bother them. If they come up to me and was like, "Hey man, what's up?" That's one thing. But I don't want to go out of my way to like, because they hear it all the time.
What you mean, dude? Like,
yeah,
like
they hear
they
it.
just every day.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying about Sam Jackson. It's like, dude.
Yeah,
give me a fucking break. Like,
yeah,
it's fucking 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, too early.
I can't be dealing with this fangirl shit right now.
Ah!
I get it. It's cool that we met, but I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna remember your face.
I'm trying to eat some McDonald's.
Yeah, trying to get fat. So,
but he's one of those people, man. Like,
yeah,
he's my fucking,
yeah.
Tarantino's a shit.
All right, what about? All right, if you're fucking somewhere, right, and you see Tarantino and you see Kevin Smith, which one you gonna approach?
I feel like Kevin Smith would handle it a little better.
Yeah.
Like he'd be cool with it.
Well, I feel like I know it.
Yeah. We got more to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of know what fucking Tarantino's about just from what, some people say. I wish he had a podcast.
I do too.
I mean, I wish.
Could you imagine that shit?
It'd be like 4 hours long an episode.
Yeah. What's up, you motherfuckers? Welcome to my motherfucking podcast. All right, Trav. What you gonna rate it?
Full star, man. There's really nothing I can say that you guys haven't already touched on, dude. I mean, it's one of those that chances are everyone's got it. I don't know, man. It's just one of those films, dude, that it makes me want more.
Yeah.
I would love a Pulp Fiction too, but I'm so content with watching the original over and over that it doesn't need it.
I don't even know how you would sequelize. I mean,
just more. Just more stories, just done in that form. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't have to connect at all.
Wouldn't it be crazy if he kept releasing anthology just with his character interact? I still want that fucking.
I mean, wouldn't it be cool if that was his last film? He just bookends it with Pulp Fiction 2.
I don't think he's not much of a sequel fucking dude. He did Kill Bill 2, but Kill Bill is because it was a fucking one movie.
Yeah.
He brought that in one movie.
And they're like,
Harvey was like, "You're fucking killing me, dude." Like, fucking crazy. And it's Tarantino, man. So when he wants a fucking $2 million guitar on set, he gets it.
And we smashed that fucker.
Not anymore.
Yeah, for real. Well, I mean, of course, I'm gonna have to give it the coveted 3 stars. 5 stars total, because it's timeless, man. This movie is gonna live forever. Forever. This is gonna be Citizen Kane. This is gonna be fucking Gone with the Wind. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it already sets the standard for so many other films and other styles.
Yeah. So, So, Have you guys watched anything recently?
No, but I heard that you did.
What did I watch?
Ready Player One.
Oh yeah, we already talked about that. Um, I did watch something else though. A Cure for Wellness.
Oh yeah.
Good
Yeah,
movie.
it was pretty crazy. I liked it though.
I mean, was it good?
Yeah, it's a weird good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of moving pieces. Comes together nice. Enjoyed it. If you get a chance, check it out. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, and
Oh
who
yeah,
who
I
fucking
remember.
directed that?
Um, the dude who did Pirates of the Caribbean,
Uh,
Darren, Darren,
Aronofsky.
yeah,
I
yeah. He
remember back in
no,
fucking a minute ago, we fucking watched the trailer on the podcast. Like,
it wasn't. It wasn't that movie, or it wasn't that director. Hold on, it was uh, fucking Gore Verbinski.
close enough. Another weird name.
Yeah,
What a name.
yeah, Gore, Al Gore
I thought
Verbinski.
it was. I thought it was crazy how it was. I mean, it's a classic something in the water movie.
Yeah, but it
Oh
wasn't
God.
a fucking manfish. Thank God.
My downstairs mix up.
Yeah,
I'm a
thank
scaly
God.
manfish. Come
He's
on,
from
Greg.
fucking Gore Verbinski's from Oak Ridge, Tennessee.
What?
Yeah, right. He's a good old boy.
How did that happen?
Oh, fucking no.
So what's
And
the
he got
movie? I mean, there's something in the water.
Well, I
well.
mean, it's yeah. You're right. You can probably break it down better since it's fresher on your mind, Griff.
All right, it's got the kid from Chronicle, the
The
bad guy.
yeah, the main character.
Yeah. He works for he was on Wall Street.
Fucking workaholic.
He's he's Wolf of Wall Street kind of kid. You know what I mean?
Hmm?
And the one of the shareholders for this company went to this other country. I can't remember where it was, but
Like it's like a resort. Like he's been on holiday.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a psychiatric hospital kind of,
Hmm.
but it's not. It's weird. But it's just a place for where rich people go and like kind of
Disconnect.
retire. Yeah, like they cut
Uh,
themselves off.
yeah. There's no internet. There's no cell service. Like once you get past a certain point, going towards the facility, cell service is kaput.
Yeah. And through a series of unfortunate events, he winds up staying there.
Hmm.
Like you check in, but you don't check out, kind of place.
Yeah. And it just kind of goes down the rabbit hole from there. There's a conspiracy going on, and like all this crazy shit's going on, and it's about
And a lot of people,
hydrotherapy.
yeah, a lot of people telling him he needs to be well. He's not well, and he needs to drink the water.
Yeah, yeah. And it's pretty cray.
There's something in the water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, does it make people? Does it fix people?
Soylent Green, man.
No,
Ah.
it doesn't fix them at all. But the guy's trying to fix something. It gets fucking weird. It gets real fucking weird there for a
Why did you
minute.
watch that?
I was just skimming through stuff that I haven't watched yet,
That's been in
and
the
that
bank a minute.
yeah, and that was one of
You
them.
guys, I remember you guys. We'd watched the trailer for it, and then y'all downloaded it. I
Yeah.
remember watching it when it got out because y'all hooked me up with a copy. I
Yeah,
want to say I still got it somewhere.
that was just one of those that I'm like, I want to watch something where I
It's
have
definitely a rainy day movie, but it's not a It's not a regrettable watch.
no, not at all.
A regrettable
It's
watch.
yeah,
Now, does it have a? Can you revisit it?
yeah. Well, it's one of those movies that like once you figure out what's going on, it'll be fun to go back and rewatch it so that you
And
can
try
see
to,
all the moving
yeah.
pieces come together
Once
more
you figure out
clearly.
the mind fuck of it all.
Yeah,
You could pick out. You could probably like try to find places where the foreshadowing kicks in more.
yeah.
You mean
So
like Shutter Island?
it's kind of like Shutter Island, but
Really?
better. Yeah,
Well, that
kind
ain't
of.
saying much.
But it's not a memory loop.
No, it's not a memory loop, but it has that same feeling where like they're on an island. Well, it's not an island, but they're on like a mountain, and like everybody's acting fucking weird, and the one guy's like freaking out the whole time and trying to
All the
figure out.
nurses
Figure
are
it
like,
out.
all like it has like this weird 1950s, 40s look, you know.
Yeah, it does. Takes place in present day. It's crazy.
Yeah, when you watch the trailer, that's what it looks like. It looks like it's old. Like
No,
it's just this place, like where you go to
yeah,
get well.
yeah, and
Oh, when
boy,
you do.
yeah, boy, do they ever.
I gotta
So
see it.
it's good though, man. It's worth the Google.
I'm not sure if we were recording at the time, but you guys should watch The Accountant when you get the chance. That was a pretty good movie.
On a scale of
got
1
it.
to 10,
I'd give it an 8.
Wow.
that's pretty good.
Well, I
Wow.
mean, if the foreshadowing of the way the end kind of comes together wasn't so obvious, it probably would have been a 10.
Wow.
For the type of movie that it is, it held my attention for the length that it was.
How long was it?
About a good 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
How did Affleck
Yeah,
do?
It's he did great, but I mean, like I was telling you guys earlier, it's pretty much like Batman meets Jason Bourne in a good way.
Who do you
That
think
sounds awesome.
who would win in a fight?
Batman, of course.
Bruce Wayne or Jason Bourne?
Yeah.
I don't know about them apples. What are we gonna do?
Mm-mm.
Applesauce, bitch.
Well, I mean,
The
it
same
always
two
be
people,
Batman.
right?
It would be Batman simply because
Batman, dude.
well,
Detective, man.
because
He figures it out.
well, he's a master of he's literally a master of every fighting style, which means whatever fighting style that Bourne knows, Batman's mastered it. He can counter everything. And we're dealing with two highly fictitious characters, so we have to throw that in there.
Well,
Batman's
there might be
real.
a Batman. There might be
Batman would win because that's why he's fucking Batman, because he's a master of all the martial arts and everything he does. Like,
Fuck Superman up.
didn't he though? He went fucking Dark Knight on his.
Superman's just got gravity on his side.
Oh,
Ooh. So, have you watched anything, Adam? Anything out
not
of the
really,
ordinary?
man. I've been working. So
Yeah, I know how that is.
Atlanta started back season 2. I watched a couple episodes of that.
I gotta check that
It's a
out.
good show, dude. What you call it? Silicon Valley started back, but I haven't watched them. There's like 4 of them out.
Oh, swap board.
Yeah.
Word on the web is that the sci-fi Krypton TV show is actually not that bad.
How I feel about that.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a lot of stuff. A lot of lore has come to a head than they thought it would. Like apparently, at this point, they're fighting Brainiac.
Yeah, I heard that was happening, which is crazy.
They don't have any powers though.
Yeah.
The people on Krypton, like, they don't have powers, right?
No.
They're not super people.
They're not supposed to have powers anyway.
But I'm sure they're just extremely skilled warriors. I'm sure there's a lot of like.
Well, really cool technology too, right? Don't they have
So,
advanced technology?
I'm sure there's a get around.
Better be
But
something.
I still plan on giving that a watch when more episodes are out.
I remember when they were talking about it coming out. It was like,
Yeah,
why?
maybe. Right. I think I'm gonna go watch A Quiet Place soon. Certified Fresh.
The guy in here earlier that said he went and watched it the other day, he didn't like it. But that don't mean much.
Right. So it's like 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, it looks like it's one of those films that either you're gonna get it and enjoy what the movie has to offer, or you won't. You won't like it. You know.
I think I'll like it.
I'm interested to see it. I'm interested to see it because the movie's been hyped to hell and back.
I mean that's pretty much it. I don't really have much news or anything. Like,
Well, I'll drop that little trailer earlier. Did you check that out?
oh no, I have not. Let me.
That's the new Terry Gilliam film.
See, y'all wanna watch it together before we go out?
Sure.
Adam
Mm.
Driver in it.
I like Adam Driver.
They've been working on this movie for 20 years.
That's fucking nuts.
Watch it.
All right,
You guys
I'm
ready?
Hold on just a second, guys. I'm loading on this in. It might take me a second.
What you say? You know I'm not here. They say that that movie with Joaquin Phoenix is certified fresh too.
It looks good. Always a toss up with him, though.
You might get another master.
God. What's his name was good in that movie, though? Didn't that have I'm gonna hurt her. I'm gonna find her and hurt her.
It did. I'm gonna find.
You know what I'm talking about?
Her.
I'm gonna hurt
Yeah.
her. Or hurt her.
Capote.
That movie was garbage, man. I watched that. People love that movie.
Capote.
It sucks, dude. He was a good like character actor in it. Like he did a good job. Like
Yeah.
he had this weird voice. Have you seen it?
Oh, I
I watched it, man.
have.
I mean, he's a good actor. Philip Seymour Hoffman was good.
Yeah. God rest his soul.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm having trouble on my end. I'm just probably gonna have to sit it out while y'all watch it.
Damn it, man.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Shit. This looks like
Another Baron fucking.
Yeah.
When I said it, I figured you'd like it.
Sancho? Giant with arms 6 miles long. She is in terrible danger.
Oh shit.
Don't move. Just lie still.
Is that the Baron?
I see the love light in your eyes.
Surely that
I
guy's
think-
not alive, is he?
Yeah, I don't think so.
De la Mancha. Come to restore the lost age of chivalry. Well, I wrote that. Blasphemer, ahead of our God in heaven.
This looks
Can I read?
amazing.
The peasant like you cannot read. I will sound the words, and you can look at the pictures. He actually believes he's Don Quixote.
This is going to be fun.
He's a saint. He's insane.
Oh shit. That looks great.
What's up with that?
I don't know, but
What
I'm
that smell
excited.
like?
Yeah. Smells like fucking Adam Driver.
Yeah, he looks like he smells weird. You know what I mean?
I bet his mustache smells super weird.
Yeah. Yeah, but that looks fucking Baron.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Baron movie.
Hello.
Dude, make a.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. Well, it's about that time for me. Fortunate. But what are we watching next week?
Yeah. What?
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs.
Wait.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a minute. No.
We didn't podcast this past week, but that's because I was trying to stretch my win out.
Yeah,
Trying to stretch out that victory lap.
right.
Sorry, guys.
It's cool.
Sorry. Not sorry. But yeah. Same podcast time, same podcast channel.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
Realstatepodcast.com.
Yeah.
No, it's not a real thing.
It'll be. Someone's going
Yeah.
to buy it and redirect it to Pornhub.
Oh, yeah.
Pandas fucking or something.
Best day ever.
All right, guys. Keep it real.
Bam.